Hi everyone, it's Felicity Baker. Welcome to a new episode of my podcast, Healing in Motion, where we explore films that mirror the feelings of our soul. In today's episode, the Norwegian film Sentimental Value, winner of the Grand Prix at the 2025 Cannes Film Festival and recipient of 9 Academy Award nominations, including Best International Feature Film and Best Motion Picture of the Year, will serve as our mirror film. At its core, the story explores the deep traumas that lies behind a person's suicidal emotions within the context of a fractured father-daughter relationship. At first glance, the narrative may seem restrained, even confusing, but as it unfolds, it becomes delicately and profoundly moving. Through our 4 storytelling lenses, genesis, themes, character dynamics, and what the film offers us, we will explore how sentimental value reveals the suicidal emotions one buries deep inside, how despite oneself these emotions can lead to self-destruction, and why, despite the unbearable pain of trauma, one must confront these emotions with honesty in order to truly heal. So, if you ever wondered why some films don't simply entertain us, but resonate with the most difficult emotions of our soul, to the point of overwhelming us, this podcast is for you. Sentimental Value is a 2025 Norwegian drama directed by Joachim Trier, who co-wrote the screenplay with Eskil Vogt. Currently in theaters, the film stars Renate Reinsve and Inga Ipsdotter Lillas as Nora and Agnes, and Stellan Skarsgård as their father, Gustav. The story follows Nora and Agnes as they reunite with their estranged father after the death of their mother, Sissel. Agnes is an historian married with a son. Nora is a moderately successful actress. Gustav is a renowned film director preparing a new project. On the surface, they all seem to be functioning adults, yet beneath this appearance, they carry the weight of a shared generational trauma, the suicide of Karin, Gustav's mother, who took her own life in the family home when Gustav was only 7 years old. While Sentimental Value is entirely fictional, portions of the screenplay were influenced by Trier's personal history and lived experience. He has explained that although the film is not autobiographical, there are emotional beats and relational dynamics he deeply identifies with, both as a person and as a writer-director. This blend of personal resonance and dramatic invention provides the perfect framework for the film. It allows the story to feel intimate without becoming self-indulgent and universal without losing specificity. The result is a narrative that is authentic, nuanced, and emotionally layered. One of the film's most powerful themes is silent pain, the kind that is never verbalized, never fully acknowledged, and therefore never healed. The characters struggle not because they lack intelligence or sensitivity, but because they lack emotional transparency. Their inability to articulate their wounds creates distance, resentment, and misunderstanding. Then, at the heart of the story lies generational trauma. Karin's suicide casts a long shadow over Gustav's life. As a child, he experienced an unbearable rupture, one that was neither properly explained nor emotionally processed. Instead of being healed, that trauma calcified. It shaped his emotional detachment, his alcoholism, and his inability to connect with his daughters. Without consciously intending to, Gustav transmits his unresolved trauma to Nora and Agnes. The film shows how trauma, when left unaddressed, does not disappear, it migrates. Importantly, the film distinguishes between suicide as an act and suicidal emotions as an internal state. Through Nora in particular, we witness how feelings of abandonment, invisibility, and unresolved grief can transform into self-destructive impulses. These emotions are not sudden, they are cumulative, they grow in silence. Rather than dramatizing suicide sensationally, the film presents suicidal emotions as the tragic consequence of unprocessed pain and emotional isolation. In doing so, it invites empathy rather than judgment. The emotional power of the film lies in its authenticity and its nuanced exploration of a family dynamic deeply rooted in generational trauma. The daughters have grown to resent their father for his long absences, his apparent lack of empathy and compassion, and his drinking problem. They interpret his distance as indifference without fully realizing that he himself was deeply traumatized by his mother's suicide and shaped by the dysfunctional influence of his aunt. Gustav, for his part, is emotionally disconnected from his daughters. He is defensive, often unable to communicate without aggression or withdrawal. His vulnerability hides behind intellectualism and artistic ambition. Nora and Gustav mirror each other in uncomfortable ways. Both are self-centered, both are wounded, and both struggle to see beyond their own pain. Agnes, however, serves as a quiet bridge between them. When she reads the screenplay of the film her father intends to make, she's the first to recognize the connection between his childhood trauma and her sister's suicide attempt. She becomes the one who perceives the pattern and therefore the possibility of breaking it. It is through this triangulation that the film reaches its emotional climax. The realization that understanding another's pain can interrupt the cycle of inherited suffering. Sentimental Value offers a difficult but necessary reminder. Healing requires honesty, and acknowledging another person's pain may be the most vital act of love. The film invites us to look inward, to recognize the wounds and traumas we carry and the ones we may unintentionally pass on. It challenges us to ask, what have we inherited emotionally? And what are we transmitting without realizing it? By portraying the raw reality of suicidal emotions with restraint and compassion, Sentimental Value encourages us to confront our traumas and difficult emotions, not with denial or shame, but with honesty, responsibility, gentleness, and care. Ultimately, the film reminds us that while trauma may be inherited, healing can be chosen. No emotion, especially a suicidal one, should remain locked inside you. It's too painful. And sometimes, the first step toward healing is simply daring to verbalize, even through fiction or acting, what you've buried in silence. That's my hope for you. Until next time, take good care of yourself with gentleness and compassion.